All right. So, final two. You have gone as far as you can in this game. One of you is about to be crowned the inaugural winner of Perjury. However, there are obviously some proceedings we need to get to first. Soon, the jury will be brought in. They will be asking you a bunch of questions about the game, things you might need to answer for, and we'll be here for a couple of hours. You will each do an opening speech, followed by the jury's questions, followed by a closing speech. Now, order of business. Alex, as the winner of the final immunity challenge, you get to choose the order of the opening and closing statements. So note that whoever does the first opening statement will also do the last closing statement, and then the second opening statement will do the first closing.
Ooh. I'll do the first.
So you're going to open and you're going to close?
Yep.
All right. Amazing. With that, I think we will bring in the jury.
Oh my God.
Woo! Woo!
Cheers, Alex.
Oh, where's it gone? I don't have it with me. I finished the bowl. Oh no.
Okay, cheers to us. Yeah.
Cheers.
I should have water by my side as well. That was a big mistake. I feel like we're like news reporters.
I know.
Welcome, Daniel.
Ooh.
If jurors could come on camera but stay on mute for the time being, that would be great.
Oh my God.
Welcome, Daniel. Welcome, Ben.
Ben.
No more Peppa Pig photos.
Marilyn. Welcome.
Marilyn. Yo.
Yes, jacket.
Yo.
Like news reporters.
Welcome, Sean. Just a note to jurors, if they could go on mute for the time being, stay on camera, but that would be great.
Oh my God.
Sean. Yo.
Welcome, Sean. Please go on mute if that's okay.
No more Peppa Pig. No more Peppa Pig. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Welcome,
Theo.
Theo.
Yo.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
been so long, Theo. Hey. Oh man, the crew's back together. TVAs are back.
Welcome,
Oh,
Max.
Alex, I love your excitement. It's amazing. I can't compete with it.
Just Lulu and Jean come.
Anyone else drinking? Yeah. Alcohol? No? Oh, yes, Ben is. Ooh.
Ben with the beer.
Trying to smooch up to the jury already.
I think this is my third.
Oh. Come on. Lulu and Jean. Where are they? Ah. Welcome, Jean. If you could come on camera.
Sorry, the Peppa's messing things up.
It's so good. Peppa Pig has been a blight on this season, and her curse is still affecting us to this day.
Good.
Oh, and she's gone. Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Yes.
There we go. Welcome, Jean. Thank you. Right. We are just waiting on Lulu, and then we can proceed. Don't need Prod know where she is. Get her in. Be amazing. Oh, and while I have this time, just a general heads up. The jury cannot message each other throughout the time of this, so as to not influence other people's jury votes. So yeah, finalists don't message each other, jury don't message each other. I guess if you actually no, just don't message anyone for the next 2 hours or so and we'll be good.
I feel like we've been playing this game for like a year now.
Yeah, well, in like 2 hours' time, all of you can officially
My
say
gosh.
that this game is over. Go back to real life.
So exciting.
What am I going to do with my life, though? I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to have all this free time.
You're excited to go back to real life?
No. that involves going out and spending money. I don't want to do that.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited that there's no more stress in voting people out.
Hopefully we won't be too much longer, because we would like to get started. Just hang tight, I guess. Oh. All right, welcome, Lulu.
Woo!
If you would be able to come on camera for me, that would be amazing. Welcome, awesome. All right.
Lulu!
Sorry, guys, something's wrong with my Zoom.
It's all good. If you could just go on mute for a
Okay,
second.
awesome. Okay.
Hey, what's up?
So good. If you just go on mute for a second.
I don't know who this is coming. Okay. All right. So everyone, welcome to Final Tribal Council. Riley and Alex have gone as far as it is humanly possible to go in this game. They've been voting you guys out for the last 3 weeks, but tonight the power goes to you, the jury. At the end of this, you will be voting for one of Riley or Alex to become the first ever winner of Perjury. So how this is going to work, each finalist is going to do an opening speech. Then what we'll get into is each member of the jury in the order that has been set out. I'll call you up to sort of ask your questions. Each finalist will answer, so on and so forth until we get through all 9 of you. Then each of them will do a closing speech in the opposite order. So the person who opened will also close. And Alex, as the winner of the final immunity challenge, got to choose the order of that. Alex will go first in his opening speech. And just as a note to everyone, it sort of for just keeping things moving, if we could try to keep speeches and questions and all that to about 5 minutes each, that'd be great. I'm not going to police it. If you need to go over, you can go over, but we don't want to be here for 4 hours. So if we could just try to keep it moving, that'd be awesome. And that's sort of everything I need to address. So without further ado, Alex, you are free to open.
Hi, everybody. How are we? I hope you guys are doing wonderful. I am a little stressed, a little nervous, but I actually feel a little bit more comfortable finally seeing your guys, your faces again. It's been so long since, I know, it's felt so long since I saw some of these faces. And so what I'm going to do now is convince why you should vote me and not Riley. And I guess I've got one good argument, and that is that if you believe in an underdog's story, if you believe in a in the hope of the small person winning the game, I would like to be part of that story. I feel I couldn't have made it this far. Like, I didn't even think that I'd make it this far when I started this game. But it's because of most of you and all of you that I've gotten this far into the game. Like, I cannot get this far without Theo. Theo was a friend from the very beginning, and it hurt my heart so much to lose you, man. But when we moved to together, the first merge, it was Marilyn and Max that opened up their arms and allowed me to survive in this game, which is just so wonderful. And then when we made that final merge, it was the rest of you finally meeting your faces and getting to know you guys as like absolute champions and absolute winners. And let me not forget Luke and Riley, who you guys formed the strongest sort of like really strong relationships throughout the game. And I'm just so glad that I was able to meet all you guys and make it this far in the game. I owe it to so many people that I've made it to second place or first place or this far. And I just can't underplay that. I think in comparison to me and Riley, Riley's played this game before. He knows how this game works. I've never played this game. And for some of you guys in this top 10, you haven't played this game before. This is a brand new start to you guys. This is your first try into it, and you guys did phenomenal. And I kind of want to pitch this, that I feel like any one of us could have won. Any one of us 11 could have won this game. And some people had advantages by playing this game before, playing other orgs before, having a long history. Riley's told me a long history of 6 years playing this game, of which I have none. And what I'd like to say and sort of represent is the chance that anyone could win this game. It's not a matter of experience or ultimate skill. It's the people that you bring along. It's the allies that you make. It's the choices you choose. And you guys made absolutely amazing allies, amazing choices. And I'm here because of that. And hopefully I can represent your chance of winning, because I know I wouldn't have made it this far without you guys. That's it.
All right, amazing. On to Riley.
Hi everyone. Speech is not my best thing, but let's give it a hot crack and let's cheers to that. Okay, so first off, thank you production for this game. You guys killed it. I've enjoyed it so much. Definitely what a game it has been. I remember going to this game day one and I was like, I'm gonna have this biggest target on my back. I'm the biggest threat here. People know that I hosted Outcast. Like, people know that I've played games before. I knew I had that, and like people were threatened by me because of that. I had this huge target on me, and the only thing that I could do was work on connections to save myself in this game. And I think I absolutely killed that. Not only was I ranked in the high tribe for like social game, I think I made the best social bonds this entire game from the start, day one, all the way to the very end. First off, with the merge, I made merge and I was in an alliance with literally every single person when I hit merge somehow. I don't know how that happened, but I guess my social game helped me in literally being in an alliance with every single person at the merge. Moving on from that, some vote outs that I think I had a huge hand in. Yeah, I didn't attend many vote outs before merge. I only went to 2 tribal councils before I hit merge, but both of those tribals, I made sure what I wanted to happen happened. First off, the Abby vote. Luke and I compared notes and we knew that Aiden, Hugo, and Abby were a big trio that were gonna kill this game and go really far together. And so breaking that up and breaking up especially Abby in that situation, I think helped us so much to get further into the game. So that was one big move I did. Moving on to the James vote, no one on to Gala besides Adrian wanted James out. I made sure that it was my goal to get James out that round. I never gave up on James being the vote. I pushed so hard for it because I knew James was probably going to be the one gunning for me next round. Moving to the merge, Jean's vote out was a bit of a shock to me, but there was a situation that happened which put a target on Jean, which I didn't mean for it to put a target on Jean, but it happened. I told Jean that both Luke and Theo were probably going to gun for each other eventually, and she went to both Luke and Theo and told them that the other person was gunning for them. Wasn't necessarily a lie, but that all started because of a little rumor I told Jean, and unfortunately ended up leading to Jean going home and following that Theo going home. Theo's vote out was probably one of the big points for me because Alex I always wanted as a number 1 in this game since day one. And I knew Theo was someone that was in the way of Alex having full loyalty to me. And so to get Theo out of the situation, I knew Alex would have a lot of loyalty towards me after that. And I mean, we're sitting here right now. So I think I made a great move in that. But of course, like a lot of you helped me along the way to get here as well. I can't say I owned all these moves because it was group efforts. TBA especially, and Chaotic Good. I love that trio, still my favorite alliance of all. I am happy to answer all questions. But overall, I think I've killed it socially, strategically, especially with the rock draw immunity, where after Luke gave me his rock draw immunity, I was going to rocks because Sean and Alex at that time were my final 3. So to save both of them, unfortunately I had to do it. And yeah, that put Daniel and Luell at risk, but both of them weren't in my final 3 plans like Sean and Alex were. I think I had a lot of control in this game, and everyone knew that I was seen as the biggest liar in this game, and yet every single person still trusted me. And that speaks a lot to how well I played this game and socially how well I did. So I look forward to hearing your questions. I only received 1 vote the entire game from Daniel. So I'm very proud of myself for only receiving 1 vote all game. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm sorry that rambled, but I had a lot to talk about.
All right. Thank you, final 2. Jury, the power now shifts to you. You have been sitting, watching, observing for the past 3 or so weeks, depending on how long you've been there. And it's finally time for you to get the answers to all the burning questions you've had. So, to kick it off, Daniel.
Okay. First of all, obviously, congratulations to you, Riley, and you, Alex. I think I've got to start off by saying that when I watched the opening stream, I wrote down 3 names of people that not only I wanted to work with, but people that I thought were going to be a threat to win this game. One of your names was one of those 3 names. And because you're sitting there in the final 2, that's potentially where my vote's going to vote tonight, because that's something I picked out. My question for you, I've actually written it down so I say it properly. So it's to tell me something I wouldn't know about your game. Because I think there's a lot that the jury knows about your game, but I feel like there's probably things that we don't know. And in particular, maybe we'll talk about pre-merge, because we did start on the same tribe, but then we got broken up. So I want to hear a little bit about what I didn't get to see and be a part of. And I might start with Alex. That's all right.
Sure. Something that no one else knows in this game, and I only told someone yesterday that I've never watched an episode of Survivor. I don't know if some of you guys could have telled, but I knew so little walking into this game. And I think you and me, Dan, we share a very similar sort of like progressive learning of this game. Like we started pretty, we weren't quite sure where we were in the game, but we ended up becoming really good players. So in the time that I got separated from you, I was thrown into Degella all alone with Theo, and we had to fight our way out and try and work our way out of that scenario. I feel like there were some factors that were out of my control, but we did the best we could to get out of there. And we saw opportunities where we made allies, crucial allies from Marilyn and Max and James, to make us look confident, look competent, and trustworthy to bring into their circle and make it. Otherwise, if we didn't convince them to turn on themselves, there was no way that we would have survived that. We would have been picked off one by one, and I wouldn't even made jury. But I think because we were able to make that choice and get those people to agree with us and get them on our side, we were able to make it this far. So that's sort of the moments that you missed out on. But yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Alex. And Riley, same question.
So something that not many people probably know about my game from pre-merge, I think the Abby Tribal Council, I got really close with Abby, Aiden, and Hugo. So I knew all 3 of them were probably not going to gun for me, but I let them know in advance that if you guys vote Luell out, I'm happy to work with you guys moving forward. So I knew that they were targeting Luell in that vote out. And I think that just proved how strong and trusting people were in me when they really shouldn't have been. I think people put way too much trust in me very quickly. And I think that was a few people's mistakes too, not to sound like a little brat or a bitch here, but I'm a cocky backstabbing liar. So yeah, that would be my move, was having control, even at the first tribal council I attended.
Cool. All good. Okay. Good luck, guys.
Thanks, Daniel.
All right, amazing. And from there, we move on to Llewell.
Hey, hi.
Hi, Luel.
So, are we going through the questions?
Yep, yeah. So just ask the questions you want to ask.
Okay. So first, I'm gonna ask Riley.
Hi.
So Riley, hello.
How are you?
So formal.
Thank you.
So my question is, why did you lie to me towards the end?
Luel, I'll be honest, and a few people know this already. The idols scared me so much towards the end of the game because I, for one, did not have an idol in my hands, and I knew there was still 2 in play at least final 7, potentially 6. I wasn't sure if Luke had Maryland's or not. So the idols was the biggest thing that scared me in this game during the end of it. And so I knew you had one. And before that, I had already asked if you would play your idol on me at one of the tribal councils where I knew I was getting a vote and I was petrified. I was like, I'm going home. Llewell, use your idol on me. And you didn't, you weren't going to. And I was like, okay, so at least I've tested it that Llewell won't use her idol on me. So that was purely the only reason why it's not that I didn't trust you. It was more so the idol scared me to hell. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but I have to tell you that I was out with no idol with me, so I just faked it.
You didn't have the idol?
You didn't have an idol. What? What?
Okay, that's not gonna know.
No idol whatsoever. And you know what? It's a strategy basically. Like I was really, of course, like I was thinking if I have an idol, would I give it to Riley? In case there's an emergency, I might, but I can't really give you something that I don't have in the first place.
Oh my god, that's
so
I'm so
amazing.
shocked.
I am so shocked. I was confident you had it.
Who took that one?
No, I don't. And what else? So I've been faking it since the time we were on merge. So it was like my strategy for people not to, deal with me, but I guess some people remembered that I do have one.
Oh, props to you.
I was confident to go home that night because I got nothing with me and I'm not doing well with challenges. It's fine.
Oh my god, that's so good. That is amazing.
All good, Riley. I have nothing against you. So
I love you, Llewell.
And then, I love you too. Do I get to ask Alex or is it Riley?
Yes, no, please.
Yeah, you get to ask Alex.
Okay, let's go to Alex. Nice haircut, by the way.
Why, thank you.
All right. So my question for you is, so what happened to our ride or die agreement that we've had in the very beginning?
I know.
We are like ROD, dude. Like, what happened to you? You turned your back against me and you lied to me on my face.
So
how dare you, Alex?
We had a ride or die relationship, yes, from the very beginning. And I think when I was separated from you, I didn't know what other people were saying or what they were talking about, and whether you still trusted me in that ride or die. I know we had our secret alliance in Tagalog, and I so wanted to make it be a thing so that we
we're not in Tagalog, you're in Yolandi.
Well, what? In Orlando. Yeah. And then when I moved to Tagalog and you moved to Pongola, we were separated, and I wish that we could have kept that relationship and kept that alliance, but I think Riley was clever and he divided us, and so we weren't able to stay together. And I was also under the impression that you had an idol, and I thought you were a very scary player to be in the field with, especially with an idol, that you were able to convince everyone. Like when you said, the what is it? Secret threat. Gene's the silent threat, and you just posted to everyone saying like, we just need to get rid of Gene. It was just a matter of like command to you, and it was phenomenal. But I do think, we got divided, and I did lose faith.
I see. All right. Well, it is what it is. So good luck tonight. Good luck to the two of you.
Thank you, Luelle.
Welcome.
All right, juror number 3, Max.
Oh boy, I've been waiting for this. First off, saying massive props to both of you. You got this far doing what you had to do. There's no bad blood, no anything like that. Fantastic game both you played. If you didn't play a good game, you wouldn't be here. But now onto the grilling. So, Riley, you have played a very, very sneaky game. You have managed to pull the wool over so many people's eyes. You managed to say a lot of things that it turned out not to be true, to say the least. And I applaud you for that. That is a very fun way, and is probably watching the show one of my favorite ways to see people play the game. And so my question for you is, how much of your game relied on other people? How much did you need other people to work with you in order to actually progress to this point right now?
I think to make Final 2, you need people regardless. There's no way that I can say I got here just because I bluffed everyone here. No. You have to make the connections to get people to vote with you in order to vote other people out. So I think I did rely on people, but at a certain point when people weren't necessarily best for my game, unfortunately I had to do what I had to do to put the target on someone else.
That's very fair, because especially you coming into the Tugela tribe, it was a very interesting time, shall we say. People in Tugela know exactly what was going on at that point. But you managed to dodge a bullet there when it came to that vote. But you played a blinder of a game. I applaud you exactly for playing the way you wanted to play it. I wish I could try to do that, but I didn't. I got caught out, and yeah, that's why you're sitting there and I'm sitting right here.
Thank you.
And Alex,
Hey, bud.
What happened, man?
I know. I'm sorry.
What happened?
We had something. I felt like we were both in the same place, and we were going to try and sort of like ride in under and then sneak in the win. But that was never my gameplay. The lying game, the tricking people, the backstabbing, I think other people did that so much better than me. And my playstyle was much more rooted in staying loyal. And unfortunately, I had already made arrangements before we had our chat, and it was just a matter of time that when you reached out, it was a little too late, and it was a little too little.
We talked about Warhammer 40k.
I know, we talked about Warhammer 40k. I finished the model. It looks great.
Well,
it's
at
just
least
in the other room.
That, and that wasn't my question, by the way.
Oh, okay.
My question is, how successful were you at getting your targets out of the game?
I think my game plan was revolving around making stronger alliances. And so there were so many opportunities where I had a decision between two really close allies. And that was just from the get-go, from my first tribal. Kate we all know what happened with Kate. It was, it became an evident vote. But when it came to the Eden vote, I was very split on that decision because I wanted Eden to be an ally, but I also wanted you to be an ally. And then that same sort of logic carried me through the entire game, that I had to choose which ally would be stronger, which ally would be with me, and which ally I could trust more. And so that's sort of how I selected my targets. But I didn't hit all my targets. Theo was not a target of mine. Marilyn was not a target of mine. And so sometimes people blindsided me, but I felt like I had really good relationships and friendships with some people that I could genuinely trust and knew they weren't lying.
That is a very fair point. I do say, both of you, that I did get a couple of who are we voting for messages from both of you. And that is not the best thing you want to hear, but again, it has helped me. I need to think on it a tiny bit more, but thank you both for answering. May the best man win. You're all great in my books.
Thank you.
Thank you, Max.
Thank you kindly, Max. Next up, Sean.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good,
Sean!
good.
Huge congrats, both looking fresh. You deserve your place in the final, so good work. I'm happy for you. Okay, so my question is, so who on the jury do you think you have their vote and why? Alex, you go first.
I've got a graph here. I drew a graph yesterday. A lot of my gameplays revolved around using my whiteboard and trying to work out, doing pros and con lists. And so I'm confident Theo will vote with me. I have never doubted our friendship and our alliance. There was never a moment where I thought Theo would ever backstab me. And so I'm very confident that Theo is going to vote for me. I believe there's a lot of swing voters in this vote, depending on what their criteria is for a winner, what they want from a winner. And so I definitely think you're a swing voter, Sean, as much as Riley had you in an alliance and as close as I was with you. I think there's so many swing voters that I hope that I can swing towards me.
Nice. Riley?
I agree with Alex. I think there's a lot of swing people. I don't think people like set on what they're doing, but I will give you names of who I think would lean towards me more so. I think you, Sean, are leaning towards me more so. I think you and I got really close towards the ends of it. And we made that bond, we made that final 2-pack, which I was obviously loyal more to Alex, but you were in my final 3 plans regardless. I think Marilyn is leaning more towards me. I think she enjoys a fun, chaotic play. And I feel like I definitely lived up to that a lot more than Alex. I think Daniel is leaning more towards me. I think he respects the bigger game moves that are made. So I think that's why Daniel would lean towards me more. I think Luke would lean towards me more because Luke and I have been at for each other this entire end of the game, even though a Luke versus me final tribal would be very intense and I would be stressing he's got to beat me. But no, I think Luke respects my game a lot, as much as I respected his. And I think Jean is also leaning more towards me, because I think before Jean left, me and her had a really good relationship, and I never wanted Jean out. It wasn't my intent for Jean to go that round, but unfortunately people started talking and I feel like I screwed over Jean accidentally, and but yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, congratulations.
What about me? What the heck?
I don't know. I think you're on the fence on both of me and Alex. I think you're on the fence of both of me and Alex.
You don't trust me anymore, don't you?
He never trusted anyone.
Hey, that is not true.
No, you're right. You trusted me.
Production, can I just abstain my vote?
Luell, I love you. Luell's voting for me.
I think I'm gonna give my vote to Elaine. Just kidding.
I respect that.
Good. Oh, well, congrats, guys. I can't wait to see who wins, and good luck.
Right, we move from Sean over to Marilyn.
You're on mute, girl.
Marilyn, you're on mute.
Yes! Chaotic mess. Woo.
Oh, sorry. Okay, let me start again. All right, congratulations. Very proud of you both being here. Absolutely big effort and very proud. But my vote is definitely still up in the air. So, Riley. Riley, when I personally played with you, we talked a lot about causing chaos. Your move at Lulu's vote was very respectable, but I personally thought it lacked guts because you were safe no matter what. When did you make a play in your survivor journey that actually put your game at risk?
That put my game at risk. I can't say there is a situation where I was strongly at risk of going home. And I'm not saying that because I didn't put myself at risk. I'm saying that because I don't think anyone threw my name out to be even up in the air to be going home. If I had to say a situation, I think the round that Max went home, I switched my vote to Daniel very last second. I had no idea where the votes were going. I thought I was going to get more than just one vote that round. So me switching my vote to Daniel, I'm not sure if that was risky or not, but that would probably be the most riskiest. I felt in danger.
Okay, cool. All right, Alex, I know we've talked about this a little bit, but I don't think you've got enough congratulations on how well you did early tribe. You were tribe swapped into the minority of a tribe early in the game, yet you managed to convince myself. It was you that convinced me to flip. It wasn't Theo, it was
Suck it, Theo.
Even though Theo was at risk, I connected with you, I bonded with you, and I was like, yeah, this is the guy that I want to work with into the future, going against my own tribe. Now that is huge. Yeah, it's gutsy, and I very much respected that gameplay. However, since the Theo vote, from my perspective, you've seemed a bit lost. So I'm just asking you, was there any method to your messiness afterwards?
There was. The moment the moment you voted out Theo, I had a plan to get vengeance on every single one of you that voted Theo. I realized that was way too ambitious to try and get done. And I sort of tried to pick my battles. There was a plan to get Luke out because Luke orchestrated the entire thing. And so I felt the need. I was ready to sort of risk it all, go with Ben, Dan, Sean, and me. We all go, we're all the people that didn't vote Theo. We're going to vote Luke and see if we can mix up all the other votes. But I feel like that vote sort of fell apart just because of situational things. And sometimes there's things that you just can't control. And so I had to play a very reactionary gameplay to make it this far. I did try and make amends with you, but I know that it never really made it. But I feel like what we had was also really cool, where we both didn't trust each other, but trusted that we were playing against each other in a weird way. So I don't think I had a strict plan on how I'd win. As I said before, I had strong allies that I trusted, and you know what? Luke and Riley hated each other, but I did whatever I could to bring both of them together to Final 3. I tried so hard. I had so many plans, and everyone just kept throwing immunity idols into it, and I didn't know why. So.
That's fair. No, I definitely get that and get your point of view now. So thank you for bringing that forward. And good luck to the both of you.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Thank
Team
you,
Tesla.
Marilyn. All right. Number 6, Ben.
Hello, team. First of all, congratulations to both of you for making it this far and made it further than everyone sitting here and everyone who started. So that's not something to be scoffed at. But my question is that we've obviously heard both of you speak quite a lot about why we should vote for you and about why we should overlook your mistakes and view you as the best or view you as better as the other. My question to you is why shouldn't I vote for you? First, Alex.
That's a great question. I actually really like that question because I was asking that question to myself. I felt in top 5 that I'm like, it's crazy that I've made it this far. I haven't found an idol. I haven't won a challenge. What do I actually have to win this game? And so I definitely thought that, because I didn't ever win immunity throughout like key points within the game. That was definitely something that could be held against me. I had to vote out certain people last second, like betray them last second, don't give them a chance to respond or ever answer them. And I felt like that was a really dirty play, and that could be a reason not to vote for me.
And I'll just ask one simple follow-up question, which was meant to be included in it, but I forgot, which is why shouldn't I care about that?
Why shouldn't you care about it? Because I won immunity at the end. There was one challenge that I had to win, and I knew to myself that if I don't win this, then I won't win the game. That if I didn't win that endurance challenge, I wouldn't win the game. There would be no reason for other people to vote for me because it would look like I just coasted on through with good alliances. But in that last night, I proved to myself and hopefully to you guys that I could win a challenge, I can do great, and that I'm deserving of this position.
And then on to Riley, I'm just going to preface this a little bit, which is you've obviously talked to us a lot about your social game. Your opening remarks was all about controlling votes. Your strategic game, you obviously singled out rocks. And then obviously from that, you said that you had plans and they didn't quite work. That could be a pretty good out for you in answering this question. But I would hope that you go a bit further than that. So to you, Riley, why shouldn't we vote for you?
And why shouldn't you care?
Yeah.
I wasn't going to use that answer anyway. My answer would be, I've been in many final 2s and never won before. And so I'm just going to use the reason why people don't vote for me is because I am a very cocky bitch. I think I'm the best player I just think that about myself. And I can't help that. That's just me as a player. So I think in terms of my arrogancy, that's a big reason why people shouldn't vote for me, because who wants to vote for someone that thinks they're like the top dog anyway? Like no one wants to do that. So to follow up, why shouldn't you care about me being that? Because I played this game to win. I have been runner-up in so many games, and this was my game where I knew I could put so much more effort because it was an Australian org. And so I did just that. Every single night I was on calls since day one. I put so much effort into this game, and I think that really showed throughout my entire experience here. So yeah, that's why I think you shouldn't care about that reason.
We'll answer both of you, and I suppose we'll see when this is all over.
Yes.
Thanks, Ben.
All right. Thank you, Ben. Next up, Theo.
Hey guys, hello. Okay, so Riley, I guess I'll start with you. Sorry. So we obviously were obviously you were tight with everyone. From my perspective, you were one of my closest allies. The two of you were both my closest kind of trio We had our trio named Rat. Unfortunately, I think you took the name a little too literally. But one thing we did speak about, and I told you, one thing I told you a couple of times is that when we spoke about is the fact that I would like to, if I was a juror, get to the end and be able to vote purely strategically. However, if I was blindsided or like betrayed by someone I felt I was very loyal and close to, as I did with you, I would like to know there was a very good strategic reasoning behind that vote. I know you kind of touched on it in your intro speech, but my question to you is, how did you voting me out, and when you did, directly benefit your game beyond just the fact that you're in the final two now?
So Theo, when I first saw that you were in the cast, you were intimidating to me. I'm not going to lie. You were someone that I found to be probably someone that I think would play similar to me. And I think that definitely showed throughout the entire game. I think you and I were playing similar in terms of like social, wanting to work with Alex. So you going home to me, Alex, I saw Alex as someone that would be really loyal, and I knew how much Alex really wanted to work with you and how close you guys were. Every time I never called with either of you really individually. It was always as a pair. And I needed to break that pair up. And unfortunately, like, I felt like you going home instead of Alex was more beneficial to me. And so I think you going home helped me literally straight away, because right after that, Alex and I called and I said, this is going to help you so much more that Theo's gone in this game, because you guys aren't seen as a pair anymore. You're seen as your own player. And from then on, I felt like, I was like, Alex has a really good chance of making finals now that Theo's not here. And so it not only helped me, I think it definitely helped Alex. And I think I definitely opened his eyes to how much his game would expand from you going home.
Yeah.
So it definitely brought me and Alex much closer, I think.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Alex, I'm so excited to see you here. I'm so happy you made it to the final two. Congratulations. My question is similar to Marilyn's in that I think there's been a bit of a perception from the jury that your game has been a little less clear, a little more fuzzy than perhaps Riley's, perhaps a little bit more messy as well, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I would like you to share with us a top moment in the game post-merge where you felt like you demonstrated agency and where something that you wanted to happen happened and helped you out in the game.
Some of the bigger moments in the game was, for me, the Max vote I had wanted for a while. And it was always pushed against within the TVA. It was always pushed against, and I knew that I needed to get power away from Marilyn and power away from Luke and power away from Riley. And so that was that was pretty much my game. Is I needed to strip these people of their people so that they needed me more. So Max was Luke and Marilyn. I definitely feel like when Max left, Luke had to rely on me a lot more for information, and Marilyn didn't, but that's fine. When Sean went, I knew that Riley couldn't take anyone else to final two, so that secured my place. And when Marilyn went, I knew Luke had to trust me regardless. And I know he had a bunch of tools to make him further in the game, but I felt like because I took away all their sort of like the supporting legs, I actually stood a chance. And that was pretty much my game plan at the end, is to take out their structural supports so that they could lean on me and they'd need me. And so I'd make it this far.
Yep. That's a really good answer. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Congratulations. You both played awesome.
Thanks, Theo.
Good luck.
See you, Theo.
All right. From one early juror to the next, Jean.
Hello, guys. Long time no see.
Hey, Jean.
Hey. What my question is going to be way more open-ended than any of theirs, just having been out of the loop so far. And before I ask it, congratulations to both of you. I would have loved to play with you guys more, but because you guys are clearly so strong and that's why you guys are here. So my question to the both of you, Alex, you can start first. Why do you think the other person should win instead of you?
Ooh, that is such a great question. You know what? And it's a really good question because I've asked it already. That Riley is the strategic player. He is the manipulative player. He is the lying player, which are all they all sound bad outside of this game. But to me, I actually really respect that. Every play that Riley did, I was like, damn, that's great. That's amazing. And so the difference is that I've got to play a different approach to this game because there's no way that I'm going to beat Riley at, how well he created social situations, how well he lied to others and got people to trust him. Those are all remarkable plays. And so I couldn't match him. I had to find a different way to play this game. And I found a different one that Riley is about to tell me.
Riley.
I think Alex should win this game because I think a lot of people underestimated Alex and his ability in this game. I, for one, saw Alex as a super loyal person in this game, and that he was. You always knew what he wanted and what he was doing if you were close with him. And I also think that he really grew into a player individually after Theo went. And I think he absolutely has to get credit for some of the moves after Theo went, because he not only, I can't take credit for them, it was a me and him situation for many of them. So absolutely, I think Alex, I think it's doubting his strategic ability because he also killed it just as much as I did.
Both of you definitely killed it. Good luck to the both of you and thank you for your answers.
All right, thank you, Jean. And to our final juror goes the final question, Luke.
Hey guys, congratulations.
Hey.
I feel like I probably know your games better than probably most of the jury for the time we both spent together and worked together. So it was tough working out what a good question would be to ask. It wouldn't be a tribal council without me first asking if either one of you wanted to swap places with me right now. But I didn't think you'd do that. Then I thought, I forgot my second question. I'll move on to my third question, which is my actual question. We've heard lots about your game tonight and some of the things that you've done, the way you've controlled it at various points or played around things that haven't gone your way. I'd love for you, is there a way you could articulate perhaps one or two that you think are your best moves in the game that kind of sum up what has made you a great player to get to this point? Alex, can you go first?
All right. I think the pivotal points in my game are often overshadowed because they resulted in me not getting votes. And it was a lot of diverting attention. When I came to Tagella, there was an easy target on my back, a very easy target on me and Theo, and that would have been instead of Kate and Eden. However, I think what doesn't get shown is, like Marilyn said, that we were able to change the tide in that whole tribe, that when we came in, we changed the dynamics, we changed how people thought about us. They thought that they needed us, they thought that we'd be helpful and useful, and they were able to turn on each other. I feel like there was no way that if they didn't make that choice that I would have made it here. Then when we get to final merge, losing Theo was a big big detriment to my plan because I wanted TBA to make it to the final 5 and then we duke it out in an even match there. But that didn't happen. And so 100%, every move from there had to be really careful. I had to make sure that I could trust Luke, that I could trust Marilyn, that I could trust Riley, and that they somewhat needed me. So every time that whilst I didn't have a strong hand in Maryland's out, I needed Maryland to get out at some point. And I needed Max to get out at some point, in which I finally got a Max agreement vote. And when Sean went, I had to work with you to make sure that Sean went home. And I was on the fence on whether I'd take Sean or Dan into that final 4, but I think the decision was clear to me that I had to take out Sean.
Thanks. Riley.
I think the first one would be when we hit merge after Adrian got voted out. Adrian was my person from Tagala because Alex had Theo, Max, Marilyn, and Luke, you guys were close. And so Adrian was my person, then Adrian went. So I had to make better connection with the Pongola people just to ensure that I wasn't the target on the Tagala tribe. So I think I probably was the best socially connected with the entire Pongola tribe. And I think that definitely helped me get further into the game, especially working with Sean and Daniel further on. I think my second biggest move I've already talked about it, but it's going to be the rocks at 6. You put a lot of trust in me to get Sean out at final 6, and I was never going to do that, unfortunately. Sean was in my final 3 plans, and Daniel and Luell sadly both weren't in my final 3 plans, and so it was beneficial for either one of them to go over Sean or Alex at that point.
Cool, thank you. I remember my other question, which I'm not going to ask, but it was going to be, who on the jury do you think most deserves to win, and why is it me? But I won't ask that one. Thanks, guys. Congratulations, and I wish you both best of luck.
Brilliant. I love Luke.
Thank you, jury. Some very thoughtful questions there. Hope you've all got the answers you were looking for. Finalists, it is time for your closing speeches. So sort of 5 minutes to sum up important parts of your game, anything you think has been left untouched. And Riley, you are going first.
My Meet Me video was about how to be likable, and I feel like that definitely worked throughout this game. I think I was the likable person, and I might not be the most likable person right now with voting all of you out, but I think during the game I definitely was the most likable and social. I knew who was going home probably 99% of the time. I knew who was getting votes and what the vote count was going to be 99% of the time. I knew pretty much everyone's plans. Everyone would tell me everything. And Luke even said that to me, that I can't tell anyone anything because it's going to go back to you. And he was right. Everything that anyone said would always go all the way back to me. I always tried to break up the pairs and the duos in this game. I found them to be the most threatening. This was this was seen in Max going home because I knew Marin and Luke needed Max as a number. I didn't want that. I wanted to be their number. And then things changed very quickly after that. Overall, I think I played strategically. I played hard. I played socially. I won 3 immunity challenges. I was the most immune person this entire game, other than people handing Luke immunity. But this game has been an absolute blast. I've enjoyed playing with every single one of you. Production, you guys have absolutely killed this game. And yeah, thank you guys for making this such an enjoyable experience. And good luck, Alex. Love you, buddy. Cheers.
Love you too, man. Allow me to stand for my speech.
Oh my God, Alex.
Now, I'll start where Riley started. My Meet Me video was terrible. I mispronounced the name. I was rambling like an idiot. I was walking down a park, and I was just making it up as I go. I didn't have a speech. I didn't have anything rehearsed, and I still don't. My meet was crap, and my shots, so like introducing myself, they weren't great. They were kind of cringe. And in the first call, it wasn't wonderful. I didn't make that many connections on the first day. But what I think that I have is a similar story to Dan, Marilyn, Ben, Max, and Lulu, as this was your first game as well. And as you play this game, you sort of work out how the game works. You sort of work out what the rules are, how people play, learning strategies, learning alliances. What are things of value? What things aren't? How much time should we invest in challenges, and how much should we decrypt sort of like what people say to each other? And so I think what my story is representing what your story might be, is that it's a matter of progression. And where we see Riley, who comes into this game, he's got 5-6 years of this game under his belt. He's made it to top 2 so many times in the same play style, in the same game. However, this tribal is different. This final tribal is different because you've got someone that's never played before, doesn't even know what Survivor is. And what it is, it's a learning curve. It's this massive learning growth in my gameplay, where I started off in Alundai, a great tribe, a really good tribe, really strong, didn't have to go to tribal. Then I got thrown into Tagella with a giant target on my back and had to survive that. And I fought through it. I made allies, I made good decisions. And then getting thrown into the final merge, I realized once I lost my support, I had to take out everyone else's support. I couldn't let anyone else stand with that much support and that many allies as I. And so my game plan from, I guess, the end was just to get better at this game. And so what I'm saying is, if you vote for me, I hope I can represent your game plan, that you got better throughout the game, that you were able to make those decisions and the right decisions. And hopefully that convinces you. I'll sit now. My legs are getting tired.
All right. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Riley. This is where the end of your influence on the game comes in. You have done everything in your power to win up to this point. There is nothing more you can do, as this is entirely over in the jury's hands now. So how this is going to work. Jury, you will be called one at a time into the voting booth for one last little trip down memory lane. We will be going in boot order. So the first juror will be the first person called in. So it'll go Jean, then Theo, so on, until Luke. And you are voting for, you can only vote for Alex or Riley, and you are voting for the person you want to win. I will reiterate, you are voting for a winner. And with that, I will see you guys in the voting booth.
Ooh.
Oh my God, it's over. I went for an entire bottle.
You did? Man.
If I provide a Peppa Pig photo, will everyone change it to their background?
Can someone explain the Peppa Pig meme?
It's a Ponderosa thing. You wouldn't get it.
Sorry. You have to be voted out.
I got voted out and I don't get it either.
Can someone explain it to Luke, please?
I got voted out and I don't get it either.
In the forum post.
Even if I did get it, I wouldn't be able to figure out how to do it in the background anyway.
Oh my gosh.
That was the best response, Sean.
So what's everyone's favorite animal?
The greatest question in the entire game.
Meerkat.
Snakes and rats.
Snakes and rats. Ooh.
It's a Survivor reference if you didn't get it.
Nope, because I never watched an episode.
Oh my gosh. I hope James is watching because I still have this picture.
Yes, Marilyn. Hell yeah.
I actually tried to put that on my background, but it doesn't.
Riley, can I request that you draw a picture of me while you're waiting?
You want a picture of you?
It should be a
I can
picture
do
of me.
that.
I'll draw a picture.
We might vote for you.
This is not game talk, by the way.
Wait, can I draw a picture of you, Luke?
Marilyn looks like she's just been dissolved into the void.
Please do, Alex.
Everything is the void, Alex. Everything is the void.
Hello, guys.
Hey. What's going on? You have become Peppa Pig.
Hell yeah.
Take that off.
Amazing.
This reminds me of the tribal with Theo where he did the backgrounds, but he put his face on, or other people's faces on his, and we were guessing who they were.
Oh, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, mine's weird too.
The void has claimed Marilyn. She is Daddy Pig.
Are we having a virtual reunion for this batch right after this?
After tribal.
Is everyone going to be there though, or is it just us?
I'll try to be there as long as I can, but I need to get some sleep at some point.
I assume there will be as many of the pre-jury as are around and watching. Hi, pre-jury.
Hello, wide world.
It's been 6 weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's been so long.
Feels like longer.
Who would come back and play for All Stars?
Bro, if I make it to All Stars, I will be terrified.
I don't know that I want to put myself through this again.
I am not doing All Stars.
Oh, need a break, guys.
I am retiring after this. My 6 years is done. I have never won. Just saying.
What are you coloring?
I'm drawing Luke.
Luke. The best drawer wins his vote.
Oh, that should have been my question.
Jury management. It's jury management.
Look, I said it wasn't game related, so
Just draw a picture of all the people.
He's an independent in this matter.
Just draw a picture of all the people you vote out as a death mask.
Mark.
oh, good.
How you doing, guys?
So glad Mark is back.
Awesome.
Yes.
Hold on, I have to go get more drinks.
Marilyn, I meant to and then forgot that at the next tribal after you were voted out, I was going to dress up as Mark for you. then I forgot all about it. Then I remembered after tribal and I was so bummed.
Oh, that would have been so good. It's okay. You still thought of it, I guess.
So thank you. Please vote for me now.
Oh, no, I have an idea.
He's back. All is right in the world once
God,
again.
his mustache has gotten way bigger.
Big mustache for a big man. Hopefully it stays on.
What do you use? Glue or glue
So
tape?
super glue, and then I wear it to work the next day.
Did you get voted out in costume?
No, I was so sad. I was at work.
Oh, that's right.
Not
Yeah.
bad. Not a bad draw.
So good.
It's very good, Riley.
Actually good.
Yeah.
Does he have a septum piercing?
It looks like it's Sean.
Doesn't look like Sean.
Right, this is
He's got
this
the
is my
beanie.
drawing.
I look like I'm 60.
I may have gone too much in the.
Where are his eyes?
Guys, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, but I'm definitely voting for Mark at Tribal.
All right, I can
tried.
fix it. I can fix it.
Oh, so good. They're excellent, dude. They're
Thank you.
very
Well done.
Yeah, you do really old. Oh well.
One thing I noticed about Sean while editing the Ponderosa pics is if you zoom in like close to his face, he looks very much like Harry Styles. Has anyone ever noticed that?
Just 100 kilos heavier.
I mean,
What did I
I'm
say?
gonna
You
side by
look like
side.
Hugh Jackman, Sean. I got real like strong Hugh Jackman vibes.
Oh, the only person I normally get is Simon Pegg.
I can totally see that.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, it's like
Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I get
Jeepers,
that. Yeah.
No, the with that photo, Theo, because the running joke is like when we all go out like drinking or whatever, I always spill like alcohol on my shirt. And in that photo, there's a stain on the shirt. So they're like,
Oh, really?
even in the animated photo, I've got a stain, like a
Damn, I chose well. It was meant to be.
definitely should have sat in a better position. This has been like uncomfortable.
At least you're not at work today.
Hey?
At least you're not working today.
Yeah, I actually changed my shift. I went in early and did it and then
Nice.
Hard working man.
like it's day 55. I cannot miss this.
Has it really been 55 days? Is that how long it's gone?
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
It sounds long when you put it that way.
Oh, it's so long.
At the start of April.
Days are so fast.
Yeah, opening night was 26th of March. That's what I've got.
cool.
It feels way too long ago.
When is the next season, though?
It starts
Yeah,
tomorrow.
production, where
Luell.
is it?
Yeah, All
I
Stars.
might reconsider. You know, I have to redeem myself. At
So
some
we were
point.
saying last night we want to do a blood versus water. So it's like same cast as with people's like relative, like it'd be funny going against Dan and his mum and like me and my brother and
Having everybody, that would be like 42 people. 40 plus people playing.
48.
Make it
9 tribes.
And then Marilyn and Mark would work together too.
Yeah, Mark's my dad. I mean, Marilyn's my daughter.
Mark's my dad.
Mark's
Oh,
Wait. So you're Marilyn's dad? Is that what you said?
yep. Oh,
How old are you, Mark?
I'm 45. I know when I was quite young, to be honest.
Marilyn, I've definitely missed you.
I miss you guys so much.
I mean, Mark, I've also missed you.
I've been around much, but can you believe it? My dad's even weirder than I am. So he regularly shaves his eyebrows to freak out my mum. And whenever that happens, she doesn't allow him to sleep in the bed, so he's out on the couch. It's hilarious.
The
So-
dedication.
I was gonna do it for April Fools, but it takes 2 months to get back, like to grow back. I was like, oh, I can't do that. Got a festival coming up.
Ben's been gone for ages.
What do you expect?
Yeah, he's probably doing a graph.
Oh. Yeah, no, he definitely has a spreadsheet or something.
Yeah.
I can respect that. That's
He did a. Oh, you probably wouldn't know. He did a spreadsheet of the why you were doing the challenge of who I don't even know what it was about. What was he doing of how to do the cup challenge?
Best technique for
physics
cat's
of it?
cradle.
Mm,
The physics of it.
yeah. It was crazy.
What was the best way to do it?
He's
Oh,
back,
the-
guys.
Good
He's
like
back.
this.
Wait, what?
Arching your back.
Arch the back.
Here he is.
I did that a little bit. It didn't help.
Arching
Ben,
the
what do you have
back.
to say about
There
that?
might be water in the cup next season.
Would depend on how many mils there are.
Yeah.
How big is the cup?
Still can't believe it went for an hour and 45 minutes.
Impressive.
I know, that's freaking
We went for
crazy.
3 hours last night.
Serious?
Literally, the call was 3 hours. 3 hours,
Yeah.
15 minutes.
And you guys were doing the challenge at the same time, or?
No, we had to wait for
Oh.
you to
Actually,
finish.
yeah.
Ah, right.
They're waiting for me.
So we were talking, and then once Luke joined us, the moment that he was voted out.
Yeah.
Mm,
Oh.
yeah.
Felt
pretty
like
bad 'cause
ages
everyone
ago.
posted.
I know. I mean, jeez, it's been like a month since Luke's vote.
Literally.
The tears are still fresh.
Oh.
Luke.
So do we think everyone's going to be here for the reunion when it starts?
Elaine is going to be here for sure.
I hope Elaine's going to be
I
here.
hope RGN is there.
I
Yeah,
want to meet
I'm gonna meet
her.
I mean, I was the one who ended up getting the justice for Elaine. So
So
Yo,
we've
that
been
was
spoken
you.
about that, Luke, because I was like, because I don't know, are we allowed to talk? You're allowed to talk about stuff like this, aren't we? Because that's confused me, the justice for Elaine vote, because I was like, that's something Riley would say.
no, that was me.
Mine was the Luke crossed
Yeah.
out.
No,
Oh
I
wait,
did like that.
no,
though,
that was
the
Final
justice for
Four.
Elaine.
I think
Mine was
by,
Luke.
by that point, I tried to vote you out so many times, Sean. I just wanted you to know it wasn't personal.
I will admit, I was kind of hoping you made final two because I was coming for you hard with these questions.
Look, if everyone's willing, I'm happy to redo tribal council again tonight with me in the final two.
I will pick Riley over you 4 more times.
Only 4? Wow.
Mm.
This is the best part of the live stream, I'd say.
It's Ben. Perfect.
You definitely had the right idea, Ben. I can't believe I didn't get any alcohol.
Bro, I am so deep.
I got 2 bottles of wine, and I have tequila. So
Nice.
yeah.
Ben, were you
Why?
drinking Asahi before?
I was
I saw
drinking
that.
Asahi, and then I finished it. And then I got my phone out and did a quick run to the bottle shop.
How close is the bottle shop?
Literally, it's just like under the
Downstairs.
Oh, okay, no.
when the uni was designing the place, they really thought of this situation.
He's
That-
currently at
that
the
is-
bottle shop right now.
This boy's got the Peppa Pig background.
It's to throw us off where he actually is.
He's at a bar. He's doing me at Final 5 Tribal.
Just getting minced. Riley, I'd love to see a collection of bottles that you've accumulated throughout all the tribals and a whole game.
Most of them were off camera. Every call, I was like, "Oh, bottle." No.
Neck. You should, if to seal the deal, we should have just gotten a goon bag for this one.
It would match my character, right?
What's everyone got planned tomorrow in the post-game world?
What?
Oh, man.
I was going to call all of you guys again.
Another one. Back just like straight into it. Back just like, back to back.
It's actually Redemption Island.
I'm leaving.
We're starting at day 1 again.
Oh, can you imagine that?
You got the episode to worry about.
If Elaine gets first boot again,
I was just gonna say that.
If she does, Sean, I'm coming for justice for her straight away this time.
It wasn't even me. I loved Elaine.
This is 100% Sean's fault. Elaine went
I
home.
mean, I voted for her, but it wasn't mine. It wasn't.
How dare you?
Actually, I think it was. We all voted for it. It was 8 versus 1. Yeah.
Unanimous, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys.
But I know I've said it before, but literally, I was impressed with Elaine. She was the first person to message me to make an alliance. Like, she messaged me immediately. I was like, she's a legend. But yeah, it's just the challenge. And I think it's because she came for Alicia, and everyone really liked Alicia. Yeah.
I've been saying to production that the next season just be called Elaine Island.
There should be a specific idol for Elaine.
Yeah.
That gives immunity.
I wanted the tribe to be called Elaine's Angels. I thought that was one of the funniest things.
Yeah.
Yes. Which? Hold on.
I can't believe they vetoed that.
I've got to ask. Wait, hold on. If Lulu didn't have the idol for the puzzle, where did that idol go?
I think I worked that out. I think Hugo found it and he played it when Aiden got voted out.
No.
Lulu's idol was from the puzzle.
Apparently, Hugo found his idol from the
very first one, right?
The spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In that case, I have no idea.
So who had the puzzle idol?
Lulu had the puzzle one, but she played it the Mark vote.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, so she didn't get an idol from that.
From Exile.
From Exile.
She said she had a
Lulu has that a lot to answer for.
Oh my god! Yeah.
How do we none of us think that?
I literally told everyone I don't think Lulu has an idol, and you're like, no, but she does, and I was like, what? No.
I do have an idol. I do have only one idol, and I already played it when I was in Pongola.
Yeah.
And then I had an extra vote, and I used both in Pongola. So basically, when we joined Merge, I was just having this idea that maybe I should tell them that I have another idol.
We were all running scared. We all thought you were packing heat after heat through the entire game.
We're in a very generous Exile Island today.
Yeah. But funnily enough, Lulu, it was also why you kept getting votes, because everyone was scared of you.
Anyway.
Who took the bribe?
I'm so
in the
sorry,
task
Dan.
challenge?
I almost flipped to voting off Sean, but like I just want to stick to what, like I just want to be consistent with my vote. I was almost gonna do the Sean vote, like flip the Sean vote, but like my gut is telling me no, just stick with it. And I feel bad that I'm dragging Daniel to the rocks. And I'm like, if Daniel's gonna go home, oh my goodness, what a like he deserves to stay,
Oh.
So Daniel's not here to hear that from me.
Which was too early.
I'm still perplexed at how with the messy Taskmaster task.
Yeah, that's
How-
right, isn't it?
How Ben
Yeah.
beat me?
Clean up the mess. Yeah, that was.
That was insane.
I'm trying to think. I can remember the one in the bathroom. What was the other one?
The rice on the
Rice.
Oh, the rice. Yeah.
Like, I can't believe Ben actually
Bro,
did it.
I don't even want to talk about rice. That was so painful. I went to bed at 5. I went to bed at 7:30 in the morning.
I didn't expect
What?
at that time, knowing you throwing out that idea, that you would actually do it.
Yeah. Don't even talk to me about rice.
Now I would fully expect it, but back then.
You know me, you know. You've seen me talk about challenges, Gene.
I know now.
We definitely know what you like with challenges in the game of Survivor, mate.
Yeah, bro. We all got that PDF.
We got... Oh lordy, did we?
All right, don't make it sound that bad.
Who've we got? Just Luke to go.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
I'll probably take about half an hour, guys. Just heads up.
Ooh, longer than me.
I'll try.
Oh. I go to the bathroom, so can you just give me, 5?
Yeah, I need to go to the bar.
Yeah, you've got time. It's all right.
All right. Drag it on as
Muted.
You can't mute yourself in the middle of a sentence.
I was a little drag it on as long as you can. I need to go to the bathroom real quick.
I forgot to say hi to Luke. Hi, Luke.
Hello.
Nice to see you. What happened? My goodness. I was so shocked.
Yeah, what happened indeed? What happened indeed?
Sorry, guys. My reaction is so late.
I was gonna say you wrote what like the next was like the next.
Daniel, I like your what's that Survivor thing behind? No more Beyonce.
Yes, Beyonce's gone.
Beyonce down.
Beyonce is what is it? Outrated.
She'll probably go back up tomorrow. This is just for tonight.
We were saying that once the Beyonce poster came down, it was business time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this went up at the Final Four tribal because I felt like that was my last time. I was like, the sign needs to go up before I leave.
Maybe Beyonce was your good luck charm and you just tore her down.
Oh
Voted
no!
out that night.
Thanks,
Also-
Theo.
Daniel, why did you vote for Luke? Vote for Alex at Final Four.
I mean, it wasn't gonna change anything either way, wasn't it?
I was pretty undecided when I got there.
Anywho, it's in the past.
Don't tell him that.
Don't tell me that now.
But then I was like, oh, it doesn't matter anyway.
I was gonna wear my Survivor buff tonight, but then I thought, no, I won't.
Yeah, I do have one. I might go and grab it.
Yeah, God.
I'm still getting the pillow. I'm still getting the pillow.
It's so good.
Hey, Jack. So I had this plan. If I was gonna get voted out, I was gonna start singing the Hey Jack song on my way out, but
But
Actually, I need the tutorial. What's the best way to put this on?
do we have a PDF?
Oh well, that's well. You said you were gonna wear. You said you were gonna wear yours as the top. It's like it's got.
How are we gonna wear them, Sean? What's the best way to wear it?
Mine's got all 30 seasons. It's got like 30 seasons.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Mine's one of the promo ones that
is it?
Australian Survivor gave out. I think I got it off Instagram. I can't remember.
Oh, that's so cool.
So jealous.
Wow.
Got to get the logo in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
There was a point in the game where I was just doing like really boring confessionals, and then like after the second time I got blindsided, I put my buff on. I was like, oh fuck! Like then I was like going like brutal on. I was like, the buff's on.
Come on.
Ben, how long did you figure out how long on average your confessionals went on for?
Yes. So I was chatting to production, and I'm pretty sure I had an average of just under an hour.
Wow.
Just
What?
under an hour.
Oh,
So I think I
God.
had around 50, 51, 57 minutes. This kind of went up and down. I think one round I gave like 8 minutes, and then another one I did like 10 confessionals.
What did you talk about?
I can't wait to hear what you said about everybody.
Yeah.
What's that much to talk about?
Weirdly enough, a lot of it wasn't really about an individual. It was about theories around the game, because my degree is political science. I would like reference certain things and like pull from areas. I think I taught linear algebra to Rob one time. Yeah, it'll be a fun watch. I don't know if you'll like it, but watch it.
That's where we're gonna fast. We'll have to fast forward. We'll be fast forwarding that part.
Oh,
Like, that sounds like a great podcast.
Skip forward. A lot of it is just bullshit.
But do we get access to the confessionals afterwards?
Yeah, you will.
Yep.
Like everyone's confessionals?
Yep.
Oh.
Lordy.
If I said anything horrible, it was just for fun.
I feel like I need to go back and delete. I need to delete some videos of YouTube.
Oh my God.
Luke, don't watch my confessionals, Luke.
Look, I just want to say to everyone, anything I say is completely game related and nothing.
Agree.
Agreed.
I think, yeah.
And I went in with confessionals with the perspective that I'd rather do it as serious for the game as possible. And so I did. And I mean, no offense to anyone.
Oh, God.
Just when we thought it was all over, we have to relive everything.
Oh my gosh.
This first confessional, this fucking tribe.
I'll look forward to whatever chats we had, and it's like, Luke's left the group after he watches mine. No, it wasn't that bad. Oh, maybe one. One might have been bad. No, it wasn't.
Sean, you're making me want to go and watch yours first.
Yeah, I know.
So I probably won't watch it tonight, but I will watch it.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's actually quite.
I'll enjoy our 24 hours of being friends. So
again.
Oh. I'm glad we started this early, because if we started like now, we wouldn't be going to bed until like midnight.
Well, it was midnight last night that we went.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hello.
It's 11:12 here.
Hello.
It's about 2:30 last
God.
Is everyone back? Amazing. All right. I have tallied the results, and we have a winner. Riley, Alex, the best of luck to both of you. To everyone present.
Good luck, Riley.
To everyone present here, thank you so much for taking the time to play this. To all the pre-jury watching.
Love you, pre-jury.
Love you all. Thank you for doing this. To all the VL, thank you so much for following this and helping make this a reality. It's been a blast. I'm very honored to be the one presenting the winner. So, without further ado.
Haley, can you change your background to be Peppa Pig?
No. You won't be able to see the votes.
Oh.
Okay, first vote. Riley. Second vote, Alex. That's one vote Riley, one vote Alex. Riley. Riley. That's 3 votes Riley, 1 vote Alex. 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 That's 3 votes, Riley. 3 votes, Alex. 3 votes left. Alex. And the winner of Perjury Season 1, Alex.
Well done.
Congrats, man.
Well done, Alex.
Holy crap! What?
Wow.
Wow, go Alex. Well done.
Good
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Congrats, Alex.
Both of you.
Congrats to both. Yeah, but good luck,
Good
Alex.
job, guys.
Yeah.
Both you killed it. Both you
Massive,
absolutely killed
massive
it.
congratulations, Alex.
Definitely.
Riley, seriously, that was a massive game, and I really hope that you recognize that and don't feel too upset.
I get second every game I play. I'm fine.
He's
I've
used to it.
experienced this too many
yeah.
times.
Top 2, Riley. Top 2. is better.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm going to be your reunion host, so we're going to bring the pre-jury in a moment. But before we bring them in, I want to say congrats to both Riley and Alex, and thank you to the jury as well. You guys have been fantastic. Your vibes have been awesome. Your questions were awesome. So I want to say massive thanks to you guys for that and for playing. To everyone here and the pre-jury, it has been a pleasure to host each and every one of you.
You have been wonderful.
Yes, but let's bring in the pre-jury.
Oh my God.
And we are going to
Jeepers.
do some awards.
Yay.
Do we get money?
Funny.
$1 million.
You can each get a yellow rock.
Oh no, I'm not painting any more rocks. I'm not painting any more rocks.
That's my yellow rock.
Well, I believe you told me to actually not send it to you anymore. Luke.
Don't say that.
Oh, it was supposed to be a surprise. My bad. I'm bad at keeping secrets.
If I could I gift my pillow to Riley?
To Riley?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's amazing. That is better than winning.
I also owe I think 3 people an amount of pegs. I don't know
so
if you want to split those up.
No, I'm gonna send all the pegs to you, and it's up to you to just as you.
Hey Hugo, hey Aiden.
So you guys joining can come on camera. Nick, can you give
Welcome.
me hosting? Can you give me hosting rights, Nick, please?
Who's
So I can,
Who is also drunk?
Who else is here?
because I need to be able to share my screen.
I need another bottle. of
Hey,
alcohol.
Jane.
Hello, John. My sincere apologies.
It's fine.
Okay.
Who needs Peppa Pig photos?
Are you happy, Ben?
Yeah, that's all I want. All I wanted was me to do it.
John!
Hi.
Hi, John.
Hugo. Hi, Aiden.
Fucking John!
Hey,
Lulu.
Hi, Kyle. Benjamin.
No.
John.
Oh, your brother here.
Hey.
Oscar.
Where's? Oh yes. Okay.
To
Hey,
Benjamin.
iPhone.
Where's Adrienne?
Adrian.
Where's Elaine?
Where's Elaine?
Oh, no, that's Adrian.
Wait.
Oh, here we go.
Fuck.
No one look.
Yeah,
Are we
don't-
supposed to see those yet?
Stop looking. I can't see that.
Oh,
Stop looking.
Look.
Don't look. Hide your faces.
Okay.
Beautiful.
We're fine.
It wouldn't.
Okay. Are we ready for our Perjury Award show?
Yeah.
Oh, also, if you haven't noticed what I'm wearing,
Oh!
so I'll give you a little preview. This is our buffs.
It's
It's
Peppa
not going to
Pig.
work because of
Oh my
Peppa.
gosh.
see his
Peppa.
Did the winner get
Pig.
announced already? I didn't watch the last bit.
I can't get rid of Peppa. We'll sort this out later. Okay. So our first award is for biggest hero. So we're going to have, for this one, we have a production chosen winner and a viewers lounge voted winner. but the 5 nominees are the same. So the first nominee, Aiden.
Hey.
Second nominee, Alex.
Hey.
Third nominee is Ben. Fourth nominee is Jean.
Come on, Gene.
And our fifth nominee is
Oh.
Luella.
Yes.
We have two
Okay,
winners for
and-
Biggest Hero. So one's the Viewers Lounge pick and one's production pick. And our Viewers Lounge pick is Jean, and our production pick is Lulu. The biggest
You guys.
Congrats, team.
Congrats, guys.
Good job. Good job.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you,
Thank you.
Alex. Good to see you sharing the wars around.
Now we have and obviously I just want to point out this is not how we think of you guys as people, but this is just based on how you played the game and how other players received your gameplay. So we have again 5 nominees. Our first is Adrienne.
Of course.
Second is James.
Ooh.
Our third is Joseph.
Yes.
That's Joseph.
Our fourth is Luke.
Yo.
And our fifth is Riley. And there was a unanimous consensus for our biggest villain
Tell me that Riley
between
came second again.
production and the Viewers Lounge.
James!
Riley, our biggest villain.
I will take it. I earned that.
Right.
Well
Next
deserved.
we have Best Alliance. Chaotic Good, Luke, Marilyn, and Harley. No Kids Allowed. Adrienne, Luke,
Good one.
Nice.
The Brain Cell, Abby,
Yeah.
Hayden, and Hugo.
I vote for the brain cell.
Can't see. I need to wait. Sorry, let me minus you guys. The Testicular Twist, Alex, James, Marilyn, and Theo. And the Tripod, Alicia, Jean, and Sean.
Where's the everyone but Elaine one?
I was going to say there were lots of other alliances,
Amazing.
some with creative names, others with less creative names, but we had to narrow it down to 5.
Operation
And-
Lego robbed.
The winner for Best Alliance, the Brain Cell.
Hey, let's go.
I don't want to complain.
No, the font. Oh well,
Broke
whatever.
that shit up.
Next up we have Best Duo,
Wow, Riley.
Aw.
Alex and Theo,
Gee.
Ben and Jean,
Yay!
James and Marilyn, the Crafty Crafters,
Crafty craft.
Sean and Jean, the second iteration of the tripod with the missing leg,
Bipod.
Lulu and Mark,
Aw.
and the Shady Bitches. And our winner for Best Duo goes to. Is it going to click? There we go. Alex.
Hey.
We now have Best Pre-Juror. So again, we have 2 winners for this one. One as voted by the Viewers Lounge, one as determined by production. The nominees were all of the pre-jury, obviously.
That's a good explain.
So the Viewers Lounge had a decisive winner. Production had a very close tie. So I'm going to mention production's runner-up, Alicia. But our best pre-juror winners from the Viewers Lounge was Eden, and from production was
Oh, yay.
Ooh, good,
Well done,
James.
guys.
Taylor represent.
We now have the award for Best Juror. And again, you are all nominated. So again, I said this to you guys before, this jury was fantastic, from the Peppa Pig memes, from the various activities and pictures that Theo created of the activities.
Not to mention the spreadsheet.
I was just about to mention the spreadsheet. From the spreadsheet to the general cool, positive vibes of the jury, we really appreciate that. And as someone who's been on a lot of juries, it's very rare to have a jury that has such awesome, good vibes. So congrats to you all. And that's why the winner of Best Juror is all of you.
Wish I was a juror.
Next is Best Showmance.
Oh.
And we have some nominees. Riley and Abby. Riley and Adrienne. Riley and Alex. Riley and Luke. And Riley and Rasheen.
Oh my god, thank you. Sorry, I'm a hoe.
Special shout out to our failed showmance that we tried to create, but you guys never hooked up, which was Alex Rasheen. But you guys just never talk to each other. So
I know. I know.
And the winner of Best Showmance is Riley and Alex.
You can officially call yourself Boston Rob now, Riley. Boston Riley.
I'll see you in a future.
I've got yes to that.
All right, next we have our social butterfly. So this is related to the social game, who was talking to people, who was making connections, and all that kind of stuff. Abby is our first nominee.
Hell yeah.
James. James is particularly nominated for his consistent cold calling of people throughout the game, including us.
Yeah.
Just up there. Jean is another nominee for Social Butterfly. Luke as well. And Riley. And the winner of the Social Butterfly Award is Riley. Riley really had connections with everyone in the game. He had alliances with everyone. He was on everyone's good side. And really played a fantastic social game. Overall.
5 showmances.
5 showmances. Next is our Challenge Beast Award. So these are the players that excelled in challenges, both tribal and individual. And our nominees are Ben, Luke,
I've seen the spreadsheets.
Marilyn, Riley, and Theo. And now obviously Pongola lost a lot, and that's evident in that they have no nominees.
Elaine was very sick not to be nominated here, just saying.
And our challenge
where's
beast,
Elaine's nomination?
our Challenge Beast Award goes to Ben. Ben was an absolute force in challenges. Not only did he perform well, he analyzed and tried to break and understand every challenge, and he used that to excel. And he was really one of the best performers in our challenges. So a word
to the envy of production, messaging them, can he do this every single time?
Okay. So we have a couple of fun awards. This is our funniest moment.
Apologies, Riley.
The first one is Alicia for her trip on the train. So for those, I mean, I think most people have heard by now, but just to confirm the rumors are true, Alicia did indeed complete the first endurance challenge whilst on a moving train, which included her trying to reach her bag with her foot to get out her whatever Queensland's equivalent of the Opal card is called for the train guard. And she did make the meme of I T-pose on the train for my tribe.
Just wrong.
Love that. Joseph's last confessional before he's eliminated. You know, normally we don't like to make fun, but we had to because, you know, Joseph made the wonderful comment before being blindsided of I don't even need to show up to tribal. That was a good moment. We still love you, Joseph. Daniel, no selling a dramatic reading. So during the Taskmaster challenge, we offered bonus points for the player to read their story dramatically. Daniel chose not to, but then proceeded to read the story anyway, which just had us in stitches. So yeah, great stuff there. Riley making out with Jack's face again during our Taskmaster challenge. During his lip sync to Call Me Maybe with Adrienne, Riley drew Jack's face on a piece of paper, and as part of his performance, quite vigorously made out with a piece of paper.
That was the showmance of the season.
That was yeah, that's true.
Riley, share film with us.
And
we all-
Jack was both amused and terrified by that. So
Why would you be terrified?
I don't know. And the last one is from Rasheen. Before being blindsided, Rasheen spent tribal council illuminating her tribe mates about the joys of pig semen. And she was then blindsided. So that was another moment that had us.
I guess you didn't see that
laughing
coming.
from Rasheen.
Illegal. 3 strikes.
And strikes. Brazil.
Going to
And the
Brazil.
winner of funniest moments was a tie between T-pose on the tram from Alicia and Riley making out with Jack's face.
Wow. I don't find that funny, but that was a serious, intimate moment, people.
Oops, I've skipped ahead.
Aw.
Best story arc, and our first nominee is Aiden. Aiden had this really great story of being in control on original Pongola with his brain cell alliance. And then being swapped to Ulundi, then back to Pongola where he became an underdog. And there was this story of him kind of coming to realize that, you know, his allies, he needed to sort of try and break away from his allies for his own gain. And then in the process of doing that, ended up being taken out. It was a really compelling story. And, you know, 17th places we know have the best stories. So
Hell yeah, Rob.
Go.
Our next best story arc was Jean. So Jean started off really quiet on original Pongola, and then she got brought into the Brain Cells Alliance plan to get rid of Joseph. And then once they were swapped away to the Tops tribe and she was left behind, she had this awakening of, now I need to start playing the game. And she took control of original Pongola. Then at the merge, she became a massive underdog and was really pushing and playing so well. And then unfortunately did become our first juror, but it was such a great story to witness from Jean. Joseph is another great story. It's a short one, but a really good one. Joseph started right at the top of his tribe. It's a simple but awesome one. Started right at the top of his tribe, sort of worked his way up, and then had a crash and was blindsided the very next round. And we really loved that story. We hated that you were out so early, but we thought it was such a good story arc. Sean had a similar story arc to Jean, whereby they were, you know, Sean was a real underdog for the longest time, and then became into that controlling group on Pongola, and then underdog in the merge and was the last Pongola standing. He lasted a whole 6, if I did maths right, rounds after Jean was voted out, and really kind of had to fight his way himself.
King of degoting.
And the degoting. Really asserted himself in those last few rounds as a player. And Lulu is our final nominee for best story arc. She was, well, I'm about to tell you, because she was she had this story where she was in Ulundi for the first 2 rounds. She was loved by her whole tribe. She was at the top, and then at the last swap she got sent to Exile Beach, where she got her extra vote, and then she got sent into the minority on Pongola, and with an extra vote, got herself an idol, fought her way out of Pongola to the merge, and really was a, you know, force at the merge. She often got left out of votes, but she kept fighting, she kept trying to get her way, and then at the end, she wasn't even voted out. It took 2-person rocks to get her out of the game. And so it was a really great story to watch from you, Lulu. And the winner for best story arc is Joseph. Favorite story of the season, even though, like I said, even though it was short, we really loved it. It was really one of the most complete arcs in the game.
It really was full circle, wasn't it?
It really was, yeah. All right, next is best try.
Oh,
So we have 3
Pongola.
nominees for best try. First nominee is Ulundi 1.0. They were a really dominant tribe. They never went to tribal council, but more so, they were a lot of fun together. They were always hanging out. They had a tribe song. They had 2 tribe songs, Waka Waka, Everything is Awesome. And they were just a really great tribe to see bond, get along with each other. And they really were strong in challenges. Tugela 2.0.
Yeah, baby.
Yo!
Was the Swap Middles tribe. It was really compelling to see that Tugela's group of 5 be still together, and then you had Alex and Theo come in as these underdogs and fight their way in, worm their way in, to almost take a little bit of control on this tribe. And again, same as Yolundi, they were so much fun to watch. You guys seem to genuinely enjoy each other's company, want to hang out, want to have cool conversations, and that's something that we really appreciate. And Pongola 3.0 is our 3rd nominee for Best Tribe. So that was that last iteration of Pongola, which includes both Hugo, Aiden, and Lulu, joining that group of Alicia, Sean, Jean, Ben, Daniel, and Mark. As the underdog tribe, you know, you went to tribal a lot because you didn't win a lot of challenges, but that meant you got to see some fun gameplay. There was 2 idle plays on this tribe, an extra vote play, split votes everywhere. But again, you guys, through all that, still seem to, you know, enjoy each other's company, get along, and really push hard. And that's something that we really appreciate. So the winner for Best Tribe, though we love all of you guys, is Tugela 2.0.
Yes, let's go.
Yo!
Best confessionalist. So these are the people that we felt gave the most interesting, compelling, fun, exciting confessionals. So the nominees are Alex. So Alex, you know, let us in to all of his thoughts, was always fun. He's so charismatic, you want to listen to him. So he's our first nominee. Ben is a nominee purely on the content of his confessionals, in that he had the most by far. Someone else knows the number and I forget what it was.
11 hours and 17 minutes.
There we go. Ben gave us 11 hours and 17 minutes of content. And he scores a nomination from that. But also he had really interesting takes and on the game, and really came at things from a different angle, and that was really interesting to see, at least for me. Daniel gave really insightful confessionals. He told us all his thoughts, all his plans, really broke things down for us, and was delivering on time consistently every round. He even gave us a little bit of content after he was voted out. And so he scores a nomination for that as well. Marilyn, again, Marilyn has so much charisma. She's so fun to watch, so fun to listen to. And yeah, that came through in her confessionals. She was really able to share our thoughts, keep us entertained. And Luke, again, Luke gave us all his thoughts. He broke things down from his perspective, but he also had these fun additions. Early on, he had little comedy type stuff. He had these fun little segments where he had little books about Prod and Our games in Outcast, which is the game that Luke and us all played. And he talked about our journeys and then how he subsequently surpassed each and every one of our placements. And they were always fun to watch. I would highly recommend watching all of these, but yeah. And our winner is Alex. Alex had our best confessionalist. So go give those a watch when we give you access.
Episode 6 is really fun. That's the one where I make noodles. And I symbolize the TVA in eggs, and I break them.
I also like the one where on Tugela 2.0, he uses Warhammer characters to represent each of his tribe mates. That's amazing. All right, best quote.
Oh.
So.
Wow.
First nominee is Abby, you shady bitch. said to Luke and also I believe Riley after they were voted out at the final 19, which means it's only fitting that a nominee takes one to no one.
Yes, that was
Oh.
so good.
To that quote.
That was amazing.
One of the best exchanges of the season, if I do say so myself. Alicia, this is one from her confessional. They are the Mean Girls. So back on original Pongola, Alicia made a meme of Mean Girls with herself and the brain cell. And once the brain cell was swapped to the top tribe and Alicia was left behind, she had the realization that she was the Katie Heron and the brain cell were the plastics, which led to her comment and realization of they are the Mean Girls. And that was a really fun way of putting that from Alicia. And Jean, I use the term everyone loosely. This is one of my personal favorites. Jean, I believe she'd come in to vote and I'd asked her, or whoever asked her, who are you voting for why? And she said, this is the plan that everyone has agreed to. I use the term everyone loosely. And if I recall correctly, I may be wrong. I believe this was the round that Jean was blindsided. Yeah. So it became quite funny in that sense, if I remember that correctly. And the winner of Best Quote, we do have it, I believe, in video representation, so hopefully it works. Yes. Is Alicia. They are the Mean Girls. Oh, we just have it in GIF form. Oh no! You can check it out. That is on Alicia's confession for episode 3. Which is it is a bit emotional. She is quite emotional, but it's also a very good confessional. I highly recommend. Wow. Very giftable. Okay, next is Best Voting Booth Confessional. Our first nominee is Aiden voting for Hugo. Now, I don't remember exactly what he said. And unfortunately, we had some tech issues and we don't. Oh, no, we were
able to recover that one, I believe.
We've recovered that one.
Oh,
okay,
God.
cool. But it was less so much what he said, but the fact that he turned around and voted for Hugo. I would highly recommend watching for myself and Haley's stunned screaming reactions to that decision from Aiden. It really, really gagged us and took us by surprise. And I believe he said something that he's very sorry, but it's what he has to do for his game. But it was kind of more the actual act for that one. Eden, when it is the one from when I took voting booths, is the one person that managed to crack me whilst on camera with a perjury player. In her vote for John, she referred to night 1 where John was eating chips on call, and Eden said, I asked her, who are you voting for or why? And she said, I'm voting for John because, and then she said, you know, it's the chips on call that did it for me. And she cracked me. And she knew she did anyway. Too. Next one is Marilyn. Marilyn would often appear in confessionals as an iconic alter ego Mark, complete with mustache. And there was one particular confessional where Mark spilled beer on himself. And that is one of our nominations for Best Voting Booth Confessional. And our last one is from Riley with his vote for Abby. With his quote, you're going to get a lesson from the adults here, children should be going back to the playpen. And our winner for Best Voting Booth Confessional goes to Marilyn, Mark spilling beer on herself.
Oh my gosh.
We also have an award for Best Voting Parchment. So Alex's vote for Sean is our first nominee. If anyone's familiar with Survivor Co-Wrong, there was a tribal council where Aubrey voted for Julia and then crossed it out and then voted for whoever it was instead, someone unimportant. Alex took that to the next level and delivered us a voting parchment with Dan and Sean crossed out multiple times before finally landing on Sean.
I have it live on call if people want to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Next one is Luke's vote for Sean as well, which included the hashtag Justice for Elaine in his very last.
I also have that.
The last one, the final five. These were both at final five. And also Riley's vote for James, in which he drew a entire picture of James. And we do have a winner, and we do have a picture, I believe, of the voting parchment. And it is Riley's our best voting.
I have it in hand right now.
Will you frame that, Riley? That's your second place prize.
I will. It's on my wall.
Okay. Next we
Just
have
don't make
player
out.
of the
Just
season.
don't make out with it.
And I've clicked too quickly again. Our first nominee is Hugo. Even though he went out early, Hugo was a really dominant player in the early stages of the game. He controlled original Pongola. He played well on original Yalundi. And then unfortunately, didn't end up going with it in the end. But for a long time of the game, Hugo was one of the most dominant number one players in the game.
Thank you.
Jean, again, Jean's nomination is for the journey. She started off not knowing much about Survivor, not knowing much about the game, but she picked up speed. And by the time she was voted out, she was a legitimate threat. And a legitimate person that was playing the game really, really well. Luke, from start to finish, Luke played an incredibly strong game. He had great connections. He made great alliances. He made both smart and fun moves, although not always coinciding. But for all the times that Luke made a move or a decision that might have knocked him out or lost him favor, he was able to regain that and really was only one tribal away from being in the final two, and that was on the back of an incredibly well played game from him. And also it's worth mentioning, on two separate occasions was able to be given immunity by someone else, which shows a lot about how well he was playing socially. Marilyn, again, Marilyn from the beginning was a strong player, particularly on, she was on Tugela the whole time, but she really rose to become sort of the number one or number two of almost everyone on that tribe. She made incredibly smart strategic decisions. She also made fun strategic decisions. And she was really able to navigate the game to her favor. At the point in the merge where she did end up going home, before that point, it looked like she was almost certain to be in the final three. And that was due to how well she played. Lulu is another nominee. Lulu, again, had a really great social game. She was able to connect with a lot of people. She was able to get herself into a lot of alliances. And particularly that stretch on Pongola, where she came in as the total outsider. She used everything at her means, idle, extra vote, getting the majority to have to split for all those reasons. She really fought her way through, and she really tried to make big, bold moves. She was the first person to really go in hard on targeting Jean at the merge, which was a smart move because of the threat she was, and a lot of times was able to get her way. So Lulu is one of our nominees. And final nominee is Riley, our runner-up. Riley played an incredibly dominant game. He had social connections with everyone. He made good strategic decisions as well that allowed him to keep power, and really was a dominant force, particularly on Yalundi in that stretch and sort of the middle of the merge and towards the end. And his name was only written down to be voted out once, despite his huge threat level, which is a testament to how well he played. And our winner for player of the season goes to Luke. Very great game, very strong player. Definitely. We knew you had this in you, but I don't think we expected how dominant you would come out. So congratulations there. And our final award, our Viewers Lounge fan favorite. Everyone is up for nomination for this. So we polled our Viewers Lounge. They all voted for who their favorite was. So the various criteria: who do they enjoy watching, who entertained them, who they thought played well, all different criteria up to each person. And our Viewers Lounge fan favorite winner is Marilyn.
I knew it.
And that is our last award. So yeah, so that's it for the formalities. We're going to probably end streaming now, but you guys are welcome. Production, we're probably going to stay and hang out here with you guys, but yeah, now's your time to chat with each other, catch up, all that sort of jazz.
Welcome to Reunion, where you can talk without prod in chat.
Season's done.
We
Go
have
home.
now added you to a Perjury Season 1 chat for everyone to keep in touch.
And we're
and
going to
chat with each other.
I honestly just want to keep in touch with Elaine. So
You're welcome.
Wednesdays, guys, just be prepared. I'm going to cold call that season 1 pre-jury chat.
Yeah.
Yeah,